command. Last time we used the extrude cut for creation of hole, but that is not a right approach. We have to use the whole command. Okay. Now, in the last class, we discussed the extrude and chamfer and some primary observations in our drawing. This also we have seen last time. Revolve. Alright. Now we are going to talk about hole and its types of holes. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take. Otherwise, we will share you PPT also. No problem. Maybe today or within tomorrow, up to day number 5, all PPT slides will be shared to you. Okay. Next. So this model, let us try to create. I'm going to open the software now. Have you see the screen? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now first you take this new file, and as per the drawing name, what is the drawing name mentioned here? You can see that the name of this drawing is Oldham Flange. Correct? Is the drawing visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ah. So let's give that name of that file, Oldham's Flange. And now you have to select here working or target directory. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm storing the data in my location. Day number 5. Also, you check the unit system in this drawing. All dimensions are in mm. Correct. So now you set here unit system initially millimeters. Once you do that, you have to choose from here appropriate module. So I'm taking the model here and click on OK. Now initial setting. What is initial setting? All of you able to see the screen? Otherwise, those who are late joining, for them I just share this once again. I'm stopping the presentation and once again I'll share it. Now are you see this drawing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the initial setting here? Always you start with press the W. What is W? That is to hide uses icon. Coordinate system. User coordinate system, it will be hide. To hide user coordinate system. Okay, so I type the letter W. below. What is next setting? I think yesterday most of the students are create a confusion to select the plane. Which one is the front, which one is the side, and which one is that can be the problem. So how to identify which one is front? The trick is very simple. You have to choose here view tab. Are you see off is view tab?
Yes, sir.
So just click on the view. In the view, you see here orientation group. You see this orientation. In the orientation, there are the different plane orientations you see. So here is first the front orientation. What is shortcut for it? Front view. Can you tell that?
Control Alt F.
Control Alt F. Correct. So when you press Control Alt F, automatically your plane up to front view. So now can you tell the name of front view? By seeing this coordinate system, can you take the name of front view? The plane name. Just tell the plane name. What is the
XZ.
plane name here? XZ. So this is the XZ for frontal view. Now the selection of plane is quite easy. So this is the XZ, which is nothing but your front view. Now I'm aligning to the top view. So what is shortcut for top view? What is seen in the screen?
Control Alt T.
Control
Yeah,
Alt.
Control Alt T. So I just press this Control Alt T. So here you see the top view. What is the name of top view?
Swipe.
XY plane. Okay. Then this one is left view. What is the name of left view? YZ.
Control
Yes.
YZ.
Then again for isometric orientation, here you can use this button isometric, and what is the shortcut for it?
End.
End key. So I'm selecting this end. Okay, is it clear, Mayuri?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the selection of plane identifying is very easy. We have to select the view tab. In the view tab, you see this front, top, and side like this. So here you first orient this, and then you go for the stage and select the plane. That is a better option if you have creating any specific confusion in your mind. Okay. So now I'm just go to this drawing right now. Okay. So can you tell which one is front here and which one is side? There are two use place. One is left side, another is right side, isn't it? So from these two views, you have to identify which one is front and which one is side. Can you tell?
Right side is the front view.
section A is side
No,
view.
sir.
Yes.
Section is side view.
Section A is side view.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
So section A is front view.
How to identify the front? Always remember, in the views, wherever you clear the maximum features, that will be the front. So if you see here, right side object, here you all profiles are shown in the circle. So from the circle, we cannot identify what is the shape of your object. All are circle. Okay. So maximum shape of your object is cleared in the section AA. So here you can identify the exact shape of your object and maximum features are covered here. But if you look here, you see only circles. So these circles are nothing but your projections. Okay. So what is the parent view of these circles? The parent views are this section A. So you can say this is your front view.
Section
So how to decide
20.
which one is front? Understood the front view in such a way that your maximum features is identified in that. Okay, so this is your front view. Section A is your front view, not these circles, because these circles are only multiple concentric circles. Your object is not clear from this. So maximum objects you will clear from this view. So this is what your front view, correct? So if it is a front view, now to starting the profile and deciding the commands, uh, what should I do? What plane should I take first? To create this section AA profile, where should I create? On which plane I should create this? In this software,
Front
which plane should I select?
Front.
XZ.
Front, barabar. So that name of plane is front XZ.
Exact.
Now you first align here front view from view and then go to the home tab, or you go to menu, then select this insert, then use the sketch in task environment, and now you choose the plane. Now there is no any confusion which one is front and top. So directly this plane you have to select. Once you select that, the orientation now you have to set. The horizontal reference is nothing but your this horizontal axis and this is vertical axis. Now is it correct or this one is correct? Which quadrant you have to select now?
First quadrant.
Okay, first quadrant. Now this is correct one. Now click on OK. Okay. Now here you have to create the profile. Which profile? The only half side profile. Okay, up to the center line axis that you have to create. That is nothing but your L shape. And after creating this half profile, you have to evolve or rotate the profile to add the material, because here the addition of material is angular way. That's why it is not linear way. That's why it is a revolve command you have to use. Okay, so now I'm selecting this profile command and draw L shape. The L shape is like this. Okay, you can directly create a rectangle. This is first rectangle. One more confusion. What is that? That setting. Okay, what is that setting? I just delete this. Continuous
Continuous
automation. That should be off. But I have to remember these settings every day. So is there any way to set that particular setting default like of Creo? There is a specific option. I will tell you later. Once I create this model for the next component, I'll tell you that settings, so that you don't remember the specific setting one by one every day. We just store that setting one time and you can start the work. Okay. Now, currently I'm off that setting, continuous auto dimensioning, and after that create a rectangle. So I'm creating this rectangle here. What happened to this? After creating this, there is one more rectangle. Let's do that. But okay, now I don't need this line. I just delete this, and also I don't need this line. So I have to trim out. First, you connect it using geometric constraint option. Use a collinear option. This line and this axis is collinearly connected. After that, you have to trim unnecessary segments. Okay, so I don't need this. So use a quick trim. Have you see this trim option? So select the trim and delete this segment. Okay, also delete this. and this line and this vertical line should be connected properly using make corner option. Make corner. So just select the make corner button and then select this line and again this line. Then close. Next one, this L profile is created. After that, define the sizes. So I'm going to define the size using rapid dimension. Okay, so first size is this one. It is 36 and total is 86, isn't it? So I'm selecting that size. This line to this line. It become 86 and this become 36. So I double click here and change this value to 86. Okay, next size. Next size is 36. Next size is 36. Okay, next, where should I connect this line? I should connect it on vertical reference. So use the geometric constraint. Select this line. Make the relation collinear. Second step here, click on this. Then take this vertical axis. Now it will be connected there. After that, next size. It is asking for sketch needs 3 constraints. Now next size is height. The height generally you can define through this diameters. So this is what, how much? Half of 150 and another height is half of 100, correct? Sorry, I select this rapid dimension option. This line. This is how much? Tell from this drawing.
75.
It is 75 from center to this. Yes, half value, that becomes 75. Enter. After that, this size. It is 50, correct? What next? It's asking for still one constraint. So you try to move this particular object. Here you can see that this line is not perfectly horizontal. So you have to make the relation using geometric constraint and make the relation horizontal. So here is the horizontal constraint. And now select this line. Now the sketch is fully constrained. Now exit from the sketch. Finish the sketch. Then press the End key and use revolve option. Or you can go to the menu, use revolve from another alternate method, insert, design features, then revolve. Select this revolve. Select this sketch profile. But while selecting the sketch profile, what should you have to understand?
Connected curve.
You
Connected
should
curves.
select the connected curves, correct? So I'm selecting this connected curves and select this line. The profile is selected. After that, the direction of rotation that you have to define. Can you tell the direction which one is correct from this? X, Y, Z.
ZC minus ZC.
ZC.
N minus ZC.
Sit right. See the drawing.
X axis.
X.
XC, sir.
How you want to rotate, horizontally or vertically? That is a important aspects. or you want to
XC.
rotate. So it will be horizontal rotation. That's why you have to take here XC. So I'm selecting XC, or you take minus, no problem. Minus XC or plus XC, you can take. So I'm selecting here XC. Okay. After that, it is asking where you want to locate the axis. I want to locate the axis exactly at center here. Alright. So I'm selecting this button, point dialog, or you may use this invert option. Are you see this invert? It is automatically snapping the exact location by default. So I'm selecting this invert option. And when you use invert option, this selection filter is nothing but showing you your object snapping. So don't talk anything else. Everything you should on it so that object will be properly snapped. So while selecting the start and end point of line, it is better to on these all options. It is a similar kind of ZWCAD. There is object snapping option. To pick exactly start point or end point or middle point, you have to on these options. Otherwise, the points will not be highlighted. So now I'm selecting this point. Are you see the blue point there? All of you
Yes,
see
sir.
this blue point.
Yes, sir.
That blue point is because of activating this object snapping. If you are that settings or options are off, then that snapping will not be happening. Okay, so it is better to active this all, and then you select this. This we call as object snapping. If you want to pick the middle point, that is also easily you can pick it. This you can see that blue point indicating. Now I'm selecting here this point. Okay, I will repeat the process for selection the point. In the specify point option, the drop down list, I have to select this invert point option. This is the specific snapping and this is the invert point. And for invert point, you have to active this filtration on. Object snap filters should be on properly. And once you on that setting are on, then you can select here this point. Okay, it will be snap automatically that point. Then click on this. Okay, because multiple points can be generated from that, you have to select the appropriate point from the list. After that, the axis is defined. After that axis, what you have to do, you have to define the end angle starting from 0. You may use that angle here, let's say 45 degree. From it will be start by taking the 45 degree offset. It will be offset here 45 degree and then to count the 360 total angle. But I do not want to use a offset value, so I put the value initial value 0 and the end value is 360. Okay, and in the Boolean operation, what you have to do, we have to choose none option, isn't it? Because it is my first feature. When you create second feature, then these three options are on. There is no any possibility right now to cut the material. That's why all of options are off. So only one is activated, none. Okay, and then click on OK. Click on OK. Now this blue colors is indicating your profile. To hide the profile, you have to use this short key. Write it down. Control plus W. Control plus W. What is the control plus W? Once you press that, it will show and hide option on. So from here, we can hide everything from this. Even the model is also get hidden. So I want to show everything. You please press this plus sign. It will be show. If you want to hide the sketch only, then you see the sketch option here. In front of the sketch option, you have to take the hide button minus sign. Just click on it. Whatever the sketches are present in your model area, that all sketches will be hide. There is no need to hide it one by one by clicking the option. So that is the shortcut to hide the sketches at a time. Even though if you want to hide the all items, you can use this option. Okay, but that colored axis showing that work coordinate system. You cannot hide directly using this. You have to press the W for it. Okay, now I am activating this. You have to press the W key only W. So remember W and Control W. For Control W, there is hide and show option will be on. Okay, so your job, tedious job is get reduced to select it and right click again and make them hide by right clicking option. So there is no need to hide it one by one. You have to directly press Control W, and at a time you can all sketches hide using these buttons, or you can on it all sketches using plus buttons. Okay, understood this? So this is for what? To hide. I will type it is better. To hide or show the entities. Okay, so you take a note of this. Very important. Control plus W key. After that, the model is created. I just store the file using the save option. Control S. The next step. What you observe, the next feature here, there is a centered hole. Correct. The size
Yes,
of
sir.
hole is how much? The size of hole is how much?
50 dia.
50 dia, and the depth is how much?
20 depth.
Depth is through up to next, you can say. Okay, so total depth is 86, you can mention, or you can say a through depth. Okay, now next I'm going to use that option, hole command. So select this hole feature from this list. So the next feature is hole. Here the first step I'm going to talk, that is simple hole. So I'm selecting that hole feature, and then these are the different steps to operate the hole. So I'll discuss it one by one. So in this hole application, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. Okay, so first step, you have to define the type of hole. I want to apply very simple hole. The size is very simple. There is a diameter of 50 and the depth is through. That two information only you have to provide. So I'm taking here general hole. But if you want to use the standard hole, then use the drill size hole. If you want to use the tapped hole, then use the thread hole or screw clearance hole. So I'm going to use general right now. If you want to use threaded options, then you can use the screw clearance, threaded hole, and hole series. Okay, so I'm going to use only her general hole. In the general hole type, you have to define the position where you want to locate the hole. So I'm selecting that hole location using this button. It is a sketch selection. Just click on the sketch selection. Now the sketcher command will be on, and I'm selecting this face. So I just click on it. Okay, and then click on this face. Automatically point will be displayed when you entered in the sketcher mode after pressing the OK key. Now you can see that.
Sir, will you please repeat?
Just a minute. I'll do it again. First step, select this hole. Select the hole, and these are the steps. I just collapse all steps or drop down list. So I'm selecting this type. Okay, and in the type option, which option you have to use? General hole only. Then second step, position. In the position, you have to select the face. Okay, so I'm selecting this option. What is that? Sketch selection. So I'm clicking on this and then click anywhere on this face. Then click on OK. It is a simple sketcher command. Okay, just click on OK. After that, you have to press the point location. That is through this command. What is this? Point. You see this point. Just click on the point. Just click on it and then click here. Anywhere in the space you can able to click. After that, you have to define the exact point location at center. Then you apply the relationship directly. Geometric relation. Which relation? Concentric. Just try to use concentric. This first point. Does the point is selected? I think no. So which option I to use here? Correct option. Coincidence. Coincidence. And now I'm selecting that this point and the center point is properly connected. Just a minute. I delete everything. Okay, now you place the point. Okay, now you constrain it using geometry constraint. You use the connect option or you may use a point on a curve option. So I am to select this point. Second step, select this horizontal reference. Again, this point, and then second step is vertical reference. Now the point is get connected. And this unnecessary points I delete it. Something issue is that. Once again see. Okay, now that point is moved, and after that this point again, and this vertical reference. Then close and make them finish. Okay, so you see this number of points is how much placed here. Have you seen the number here?
Yes, sir.
It means that the 2 points are overlapped there. Alright, so you can delete one from it. Any one from it you can able to delete. Select everything, delete this. Now place the point. Just try to say finish. See what happening here. Currently the value is 0 because there is no any single point. Correct? So how many points are there that you can see from this bracket? So I'm selecting this sketch and I just click here. Just click on the point option, then click here. Now middle click and apply the relation. Geometric constraint. Point on a curve. This point. And this X reference. Again, this point and this vertical reference. Now exit the sketch. There are 2 points are still there, and out of it 2 you have to delete any one from it. So I'm going to delete this, only this one. Finish this. Now can you see the how many numbers is there? One. Is it correct? Only one. Multi-point points also you can able to plot it here. Just click on this point, random location, you can plot the points, which is a similar kind of pattern. So this facility is not present in other software. Within the single hole command only, you can plot the multiple holes. Okay, but that is not a good practice. So how many holes are there right now? Can anybody tell how many holes are there? 11. So how to delete others? Just click on the sketch selection and delete all unnecessary points by selecting it. Delete this. Now that auto dimension is not displaying, it means all sketch is completely defined or fully constrained. The message should be appeared like this. After that, use this finish option. Now only one hole is created. Okay. Now this, after defining the position, you have to define here the direction. As you know, the direction of hole is by default normal to face. Okay, normal to face. Okay, one more condition of hole in NX is that your face should be always flat. On cylindrical face like this, the curved surface, we cannot generate the hole. The limitation of it is that you have to select only flat surface for applying the hole. You may apply the hole on plane also. You cannot apply the hole on cylindrical face. Remember that. Because manufacturing point of view, that is not feasible. When you apply the drill bit on the cylindrical face here, then what will happen? That there is a chances to slip the drill bit. Okay, so that is impractical to apply directly hole on cylindrical face. So what is the recommendation? Use only flat surfaces. So I'm selecting this, and after that the direction is normal to face, or you can change the direction anyone from it. If you have a cross direction, you can draw the line here in cross manner and you can select that as a direction. But I'm not taking that. I'm taking here normal to face option. So the direction will be perpendicular to the face. That is nothing but X direction. After that, the form of hole. The form I'm going to use counter bore, countersink. That options are there. If you use counter bore, then other two parameters are there. But I don't need counter bore. I use a simple type only. Then what is the diameter of hole? The diameter of hole as per our drawing is 50. And the depth is how much? Until next. Until next means up to next. Is it correct? Just check. This is 50 and this is through. That's it. And then you take the action from whether you want to add a material, then use none. If you use none, what will happen? The hole is not displaying here because we are taking the Boolean operation none. We have to cut the material, isn't it? So what we have to do in the Boolean operation, you have to select the subtract option. Select the subtract from where? From this selected body, and then click on OK. Now this hole is get created. I will repeat the process of hole once again. See carefully. I delete this profile, delete this feature. Then select the hole command, or you can select the hole from another option, menu, insert. Then use here design features. Here is the whole option. You may take the screenshot of location of from menu drop down list, or you can directly select the whole from here. Okay, so I'm operating from here on. insert, design features, then hole. Our dialog box will appear. These are the steps. First step is selection of type. First step is the selection of type. So I'm selecting this type. The type is general hole. Next step, position. Position, I have to place the point right now. So I'm just clicking on this sketch selection. Take this face. Click on OK. Now I need a point exactly at center. Just try to check this finish option now without placing the point. There is currently value 0. It means that the points is not plotted there. Just click on this. And now enter the sketch by selecting this face and plot one point. By default, point will option will always on. If it is a close, you can operate the same from here point command. So I'm clicking here, middle click, and apply the relation geometric constraint. So point on a curve, I can use this first point and this axis. That should be point on a curve. Next one, select here point on a curve option, then select this point and then vertical axis, then close. I apply the relation, but still it is asking one more point is there. Correct. Means overlap entities are created. You just delete this. Not necessary. Already we have put it a point here, and then finish the sketch. So how many points is showing to you? It is 1. And the direction of material addition, material cutting is normal to face. Okay. And the type of hole is simple. Diameter is 50 and depth is up to next. If you want to insert blind hole, use the value and apply the value how much you want. Let's say it is 25. You can see that there is a deep hole also included. The standard angle is 118, but actually I don't need that depth value, so I select here until next. And Boolean operation, you have to use the subtract and click on OK. Now save this file. Save this file. Next step.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Is it necessary to save every time after doing it?
It is needed saving every time, because suddenly something happen, then the data will not be find it again. No? It is better to save every step of action. It is not mandatory, but it is always good the data. Okay. Next step. There is one slot or keyway, you can say. The size of keyway is 10 by how much? Depth of keyway is how much? Length. Depth is 20. Are you sure? Yes, correct. It is 20. 20 or 30. This keyway I'm talking, not slot. Keyway. This is 10, and this total is how much? This is
Up
what?
to next.
No. Side view you can see.
Through.
30. It is 30. This square rectangle I'm talking. In the side view, not in front view.
Through.
Through. The depth is 3.
Hi.
and side and this height is how much from center
5.
to this? Not 5. It is given here,
30.
and that is calculated 5. Calculation part of it become 5. Okay, because the radius of circle is 25 plus 5. Okay, so now what should I do? Better to directly use 30 by 10 size square. So I'm selecting that, not 30. Yeah, 30. So I'm selecting that front view again. Is it front? Is it front to define this? Which one views this?
Left hand side view.
So I'm selecting that view, side view, not front view. Okay, now I'm selecting this profile again, insert sketch in task environment, and use this plane. Now here two options are there. Either you want to select face or plane. I'm selecting here face. Sorry, not face, plane. And after that, click on OK and create one rectangle. Okay, but the problem is continuous dimensioning is not off. So I will off the continuous auto dimensioning and create a rectangle here. Okay, now use the relation. This line should collinear with this horizontal, and then relation between two vertical lines, which is symmetry. So I make this vertical line, then second vertical line, and then center line. It is symmetry. Now height you have to define. Height from the center reference, this to this, it is how much? 30. Next, this length is how much? 10.
10.
Correct. After that, close. Doesn't matter if you extend the line, because there is nothing else here inside the hole. Automatically material will not be cut because there is negative feature, there is nothing the data here. So I just go to this finish and click on the command. Which command should I use now? How material you want to cut? Material you have to cut linearly. That's why I'm selecting here extrude option. Select this profile, but ensure that this connected option is on. And then select this profile, and the depth you have to define now. Depth is up to next. So I'm selecting here until next value. Not this one, just a minute. Here, the second limit is until next. Okay. And what is 16? You see the 16 values here. Because of 16 value, it will take offset gap. You see that it is not started from the 0 location. So here value you should enter 0. Okay, so from 0 to next, that value will become. If you use the value here 5 or 6 or 10, then it will be generate the automatically gap. I don't want to produce a gap here, so I take this value 0. Okay, then middle click, you will see that the slot or keyframes get created. Okay, now I want to hide that this particular sketch. So I press the Ctrl W and you hide all sketches here. Okay, then save the data. What is the next step? What is the next step?
Fillet.
Chamfer.
Fillet chamfer. Is there any other features are there?
Slot.
See the front view. There is a rectangular slot. The size of that slot from front view is 20 by 30. Isn't it? You see this rectangular slot. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now 20 by 30 size rectangle, sorry, not 30, that become 40. So this is 40 height and width is 20. So 20 by 40 size I got one rectangle from front view. So what should I do? If you have confusion to select the plane, better to go with view option and select here front view button. Now you can go to this menu, insert, sketch in task environment, and then select your plane. The plane I'm selecting this. Now it is the first quadrant, then directly jump to OK. Now create a rectangle. That rectangle I'll plot here. Okay. The dimensions create confusion, so I go back and of that setting, continuous auto dimensioning. Then create a rectangle. Okay. Now it is not rotation option because the material is removed linearly here. It is not circular material. So you can see this, it is passing that rectangle, that particular center axis. Okay. So I'm selecting that values using rapid dimensions. This is how much this become 20 and this height become 40, and then relationship, use the geometric constraint. In the geometric constraint, select the collinear button. This vertical line and this vertical line is collinearly connected. Then close, and then for the symmetric relation, make symmetric button on. This this horizontal line, then again this horizontal line, and then center line. Okay, that I created. After that, close it. Now ensure that your profile is fully defined or fully constrained. You can see that status bar here. After that, make this finish sketch and cut the material. So I press the End key to orient this isometric orientation and use Home tab and use again Extrude option. Select this profile and from 0 to how much value you want. Both side material you have to cut. From this center, here also there is cutting, here is also there is cutting. That dotted is not displayed because as per rule, you are not indicating anywhere the dotted line. It is not given here. Dotted means the profile is there, but you have to define the depth through. So from this center, half value is here and half value from here. You have to define. Okay. So what I will do, I use here up to next option directly until next. It's not taking. Okay, better to go with what is the total diameter of this hole or circle. Bigger diameter of circle is how much? It is 150.
150.
Okay, so 75 from this side, 75 from this side, right? So we'll do that. This value becomes 75. Is there any problem? Oh, can you identify why it is not creating the cutting? It shows the alerts. Why there is a specific problem here? Because the direction, which direction it is considering to cut. What is the direction of cut? XC. But what should I do?
Twice.
YC. Because of direction it is get filled. So I use here direction YC. YC. And now it is possible you can take up to next also, no problem. Up to next here and up to next here also. Okay, but here better to take the value. The value become how much? 75. And the first value is also 75. 0 to 74. So it is not taking. So better to use here symmetric option on symmetric value. Now total has become 150. Okay. So use here symmetric value for adding the both side material and take the decision whether you want to add material or cut the material. If you use none option, then what will happen? You can see the separate body is introduced. It will be merged inside. But I want to add material, then select here unite option. The feature will be merged there. But now I want to cut the material, then select here option subtract. See this preview. After that, click on OK. The object is finished. Just store the data and now check this. Now the next step is fillet and chamfer. That is quite easy. We need NX instead of fillet. The name we are calling as a blade. What it is? Blade. So here is the edge blend command. Here is the edge blend command. Or you can operate through this menu, insert, then detail feature. Just like a chamfer, there is an option here, blade. Or fillet in NX, they are calling as a blade. So edge blend is nothing but edge fillet or edge round. So I'm selecting here edge blend. Edge blend. Where the blending is there. Here, how much the radius of fillet is there? Radius is 3, isn't it? So I'm selecting that edge. Just rotate this model and apply the blend here on this edge. That value just provided here 3, and click OK. And one more, there is a chamfer. You can apply chamfer from menu, insert, then detail feature, then select the chamfer. So here is the chamfer command. Just select this edge. How much the size of chamfer is there?
2.
2 by 45 degree. So I'm selecting that the value is 2 and angle is 45 degree. If the angle is not showing, then you select the angle option from this list and click on OK. Again, reorient the model by pressing End key and store the data. Save this file. Okay, now that part is created. So total how many features in it? Number first is revolve, the base material addition. Number 2 is center hole, the second hole command. Number 3 is keyway, that is through extrude. Number 4 is the slot cutting, that is in the extrude option. So there are hardly 4 features. Using that, we have to make this model today in the lab. Okay. Now, do you have any problem? Do you want to still repeat anything else? You understood how to choose the appropriate plane. While selecting the plane, decisions is very easy by selecting blue option. Here, this option will help you to decide the plane properly or to see the plane. So if you use this option, there will no any confusion which one is front and which one is side and top. Okay. Can you do this now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm closing the session. If you have doubt, ask me directly. I'm activating this particular
Sir,
meeting continuously. Okay.
hello, sir.
Huh?
You were going to show us how to turn off continuous auto dimensioning for good.
Huh. If you want, continuous auto dimensioning setting, then you can go to the menu, preferences. Whatever the NX Unity graphics settings are there, that all settings you will find it in NX. Preferences, menus, preferences, then use the sketch setting preference. This is for modeling setting, this is for sketch setting, this is for drafting setting. The all unigraphic settings will be present on the preferences. You take a screenshot of this, select the sketch. Okay, now in the sketch setting, you find this continuous auto dimensioning button. You have to off it. You have to off it and click on OK. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Now every time it will not asking the dimensions to off. By default, your